Pride is the opposite of shame, a point President Joe Biden stressed at this year's celebration of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community at the White House.
You are loved. You are heard. You are understood. And you belong. And as I made clear, including in my State of the Union address, your president, my entire administration, has your back. We see who you are, made in the image of God, deserving of dignity, respect, and support.
Not all Americans agree or think these conversations should be held in public. Presidential candidate and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed several bills concerning LGBTQ+ rights, including the so-called Don't Say Gay law, which Biden described as hateful. DeSantis says he's protecting conservative values.
But we will, as president, lean in against woke ideology and against the sexualization of children.
Uganda recently passed the so-called Kill the Gays law, prompting some Ugandans to flee for safety. Biden has described that law as wrong and shameful, but it has supporters.
God created man and woman, and actually what I'm saying is for the majority of Ugandans.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told VOA that this trend of using the law to restrict gay rights makes this year's celebration even more important.
And let's not forget what we're seeing across the country from state houses. More than 600 pieces of legislation, anti-LGBTQ+ legislation. A few hundred of those are against transgender youth. And so we have not seen that type of anti-sentiment, against this community in decades.
The faith community has mixed views on gay rights, and at times members of the same religious congregation will have opposing views on the issue. Pope Francis said this year that homosexuality is not a crime, but that any sexual act outside of marriage is a sin. The Catholic Church does not bless same-sex unions. There are some churches that minister specifically to the LGBTQ+ community.
You have to take a look at the overall message of the Bible, which is affirming of the dignity and the humanity of every human being made in the image of God. That is the context, and a God that stands for love, a God that stands for social justice, a God that stands for an end to poverty and economic exploitation of human beings.
The White House declared June as Pride Month in 1999, and this Pride Month across the U.S., from Biden's Washington all the way to DeSantis' home turf of Florida, these Americans are out and proud. Anita Powell, VOANews, Washington.